Hi there, extraordinary thinkers. Lee Travathan here. So I decided that I'm going to do a series. As those of you who watch this channel know, a lot of the questions that I get for these videos come from my Facebook page, where there's quite a few people on there. And sometimes I have to evaluate how many questions are coming in on the same topic. Recently, it's been the same topic. Kind of goes in cycles. But the most recent topic has been, what are things that I can do to make myself happier? That's a deep hole right there. We could talk about that for a really long time. So what I did was I broke down some of the things over my 42 years of being a coach that have been the most effective things for people to do. And so this video, this particular video today, starts a series. It'll be on every week. There will be 12 videos altogether. But each week, it'll be a different thing that you can do to make yourself happier, all based on extraordinary thinking. So as you know, ordinary thinking is the popular and common thought system of our day. And if you look around, you see what it creates. We can do better. So I developed extraordinary thinking many years ago, and I've been teaching it and preaching it, so to speak, for over 40 years. So today I have my trusty little notes so that I don't miss anything. But before I get going here, please go down and click the subscribe, click the little notification bell down there as well, so that you get notified every time a new video comes up. I do once a week, and sometimes I am doing twice a week. And pardon that noise, it's my cameraman making changes. I don't know what's going on. And sometimes it's twice a week. So that way, that if you do the bell, you get notified. If you don't do the bell, you don't get notified. So if you are enjoying the channel, please support the channel. Stay to the end of this video. I'll be doing my little magic trick, and I'll be putting up some videos up on the side there, on each side, where you can keep going with this process of extraordinary thinking, self-discovery, and understanding who and what you really are, beyond the lies of the ego that you've been told almost all your life, probably all of your life. If you're an average individual, all of your life. So, before I get going, what will help you understand who and what you are is my latest book. Hope you see that okay. Love Beyond Compare. You can get it at Amazon. I will have the link down below in the description box where you can go get it. And why it's important is that it gives you 10 birthrights that are rarely spoken of in common society, but they're yours. You've always had them, but you never probably even knew you could access them. And it's a very powerful book. The audio book is extremely powerful. Just amazing. I don't even have words for it. People are getting it, just listening to it over and over and over and over and over, and just getting so much out of it every time they do. And we can thank the person who did the narration for that. Amazing. Linda May Roper, just amazing. So if you go to the link down below, you will also be able to find that. You will also find 2 companion books, a manifestation planner and a journal that goes with Love Beyond Compare. So with that stuff out of the way, let's go to the first way that you can make yourself happier. All of these will be very simple things, so be sure you watch each video. There will also probably be a workshop on this, is what I'm thinking. So we'll see how that goes. If that comes up, I'll put it in links. So the first thing that people do that creates a great deal of unhappiness for them, and we've all done it, is self-sabotage. They literally sabotage their happiness. They know a lot of the time that they're doing it, and they don't forgive themselves for it. Here's the thing. Anytime you're doing ordinary thinking, you're going to do some self-sabotage. It's part of the deal. It's unfortunate that it's part of the deal, but it's part of the deal. So when you realize you're doing it, take a breather, take a moment and forgive yourself, and realize you can't do what you don't know to do. And in most cases, people just don't know any better. They were never taught. They don't have the tools. It's that simple. They don't have the tools to happiness. They're not in their toolbox. So they're literally like bouncing all over the place, trying this, trying that, trying this, doing that, doing this, following that person, following that person. It's just like this game they play with themselves. And really, it doesn't have to be that hard, which is why I'm thinking of doing a workshop. So my first thing to say is we're not taught extraordinary thinking as children, and therefore we're not really given the tools of happiness. In other words, we aren't taught how to be happy. We're taught how to settle. We're taught how to judge ourselves and others. I mean, ordinary thinking is based on judgment. So that's one of the key things we are taught. We're taught to look out around our world and judge everyone else in our world, and then judge ourselves most of the time for not being like those other people out there. And we're not supposed to be. We're supposed to be our true, authentic self. And there's another video about that here on the channel. This is really important, because until you forgive yourself for not having all the tools of happiness that you really want to have, it's really hard to keep moving forward. You're going to sabotage yourself at times, just because honestly that's what you were trained to do. And someday I hope there's a time that comes, probably not in my lifetime, where people are taught extraordinary thinking, you know, from little babies. But we are not there yet. So it's really important that when you do self-sabotage, you instantly look at it, try to figure out why you did that. But no matter why you did it, you know, forgive yourself. Extraordinary thinking is so different from ordinary thinking in the sense that extraordinary thinking frees us. It also frees other people. We don't have to keep judging everybody. It's coming from a true idea of love. Ordinary thinking comes from a false idea of love, a very conditioned, judgmental idea of love. So because we aren't taught extraordinary thinking from little kids, from little babies, we become a slave to our emotions. The ego loves that. It loves to just dance on our head, I like to say, and just screw with us, just mess around with us all the time and get us going 10 directions and get us having 10 million emotions. And you know, one thing that will make you happier is just to understand what your emotions are. And what they are is indicators. So if you think your emotions are like dragging you down, it's just that they're trying to tell you something. They want to get your attention. They're indicators. They're saying, here's where you are, here's what you have, now what do you want? If you're not happy, you want happiness. It's letting you know what you need to work on. It's letting you know where you're out of alignment. It's a vibration. An emotion could be labeled equally a vibration. So it's important for us to know that. We're not taught that as children. We give them way too much weight, typically. The other part of this is one way we self-sabotage is that we rely on our past to predict our future. And again, we don't have to do that, because if you go watch some of the other videos on the channel, you'll see me do this. What does that mean? It's gone already. Oh, and there it goes again. The moment's gone already. It's the past already. There it goes again. It's gone already. I can't even talk that fast. It's gone already. So literally, when we think we are living in the present, we are actually living in the past, because the only place that the present actually exists is in our minds. That's the only place. That's the only place that's actually real, R-E-A-L. All of this out here we could look at as R-E-E-L, like a movie. It's a real. And the only place even where true happiness exists is in our mind. Everything out here is conditional. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, sometimes you know, it's nothing. Sometimes you can't feel a thing because you're just so inundated with all the crud that's just like watch the news for 20 minutes and you're going to get hit with it. So it's really important that we understand that it's an illusion, that we can depend on our past to predict the future. It's an illusion because it's so gone already. It's so gone. Each moment, literally, we get to make a brand new choice. We can choose happiness. That's not typically taught to us. We are taught to be stimulus reactive. If things are going well, we can be happy. If things aren't going so great, we're supposed to be sad. And we're actually told that that's how it's supposed to go. But in reality, you can be happy at any moment. And you all know, we're all taught this. How many times do you hear somebody say, I'll be happy when, and then they finish the sentence. I'll be happy when I get in the new house. I'll be happy when I get that new car. I'll be happy when my kids are grown and in college and I catch a break. I'll be happy when my kids go to kindergarten and I catch a break. And on and on and on. I'll be happy when I get that new job. And you could just go on and on. That is what self-sabotage actually looks like. That's self-sabotage. So what I want to say about that is just be happy now. Just choose it. Just be happy now. And if you just did that for a while, even 20 days, 10 days even, you would notice quite a big difference in your life. So that's really important. One other comment I wanted to make on forgiveness. It's so underrated, but it's so incredibly important. Forgiveness is the act of freeing ourselves to be ourselves. Forgiveness is the act of freeing ourselves to be ourselves. In ordinary thinking, we are taught that forgiveness is something we do for somebody else. Basically, so we can get along with them. But really, that's not really what forgiveness is. Forgiveness is the act of giving ourselves a gift of freedom. Because if we forgive ourselves for the things we think we're not so great at, or the things we think are imperfect within us, we give ourselves the freedom to be imperfect. And that's a good thing. And you're perfect in your imperfections. You're beautiful as you are, is how I like to look at it. It's never about another person. If we forgive someone for something they've done, like this week, a friend of mine had a massive betrayal in her life. First thing I said was, forgive them. In all honesty, they don't know any better. They were never taught any better. They don't know what you know. They don't know extraordinary thinking. They're still operating out of ordinary thinking. Just let it go. Forgive them. Work out the financial stuff you need to in the business and let it go. Let it go. Forgive them and let it go. Let it go in peace. Don't hold on to it. That's another form of self-sabotage. We hold on to stuff that we don't need to hold on to. And the last part of this is, if you are having trouble on your own working this out, or it seems like it's going way too slow for you, get help. Now, there's coaches everywhere. Of course, you can always contact me. But there's coaches everywhere. It's not like there's a shortage. There's always someone who can help you, even if you don't have medical insurance. If you do, go to a psychologist. But there's help everywhere. There's always help. There's wonderful books that you can gain information from. There's YouTube videos. There's tons of websites that have support for you. There's I'll put the link to my websites below. You can go on there. In fact, you can go on Travathan.com and go to the contact section, and you can send me a note if you're having an issue. So that's really important, because one of the ways that we sabotage ourselves and our happiness is we get in the middle of something. We don't know what to do. We don't know how to fix it. We don't know where to go next. We're lost, and we just get stuck there because we won't ask for help. We've been taught in ordinary thinking that if you do ask for help, you're weak. The reality is, if you ask for help, you're strong. That's where your power is, in knowing that you don't know everything, and there are people who can help you. So if you need my help, please let me know. So just to kind of wrap this all up, I want to let you know why I think it's important to have this channel and why I keep doing what I'm doing, even though I'm kind of breaking all the rules. I know I am. Sonny Lenarduzzi, if you're listening, I'm sorry, I'm trying. It's like, I got to do what my soul tells me to do. So the way you're supposed to do YouTube is you're supposed to do a lot of analytics and searches and find out what's the most popular topic, and then you do that topic, and that's how you get people to come onto your channel. It's not really authentic to me. It doesn't work for me personally. I try to do a little bit of that if I can, but it doesn't work. So what works for me is that I come on here and I give you value for your time. I do what I can do to help you to move forward and have a better, happier life for yourself. Now, if that's working for you, continue to stay on the channel. Go back to the other videos, binge watch, get some popcorn, get a cold drink, some iced tea or something, sit back, relax, and just binge watch and see what you can learn about you. Because I'm doing this for you. And in the 42 years that I've been working, I've always worked to give value for time. So if you do like the channel and you are getting value for your time on this channel, leave me a comment and let me know that. Let me know you were here. Because otherwise, I honestly don't know. What's really strange about my channel is I have almost 30,000 views and less than 500 subscribers, which means a lot of people are coming on and getting value and not subscribing. And then they're just kind of hit and miss. Oh, if I remember to go on the channel, I'll go on that channel. And really, sometimes that's the ego playing with you and going, oh, there's value there. Let's not do that. Oh, no. You might change. We don't want change. No, you might get bad. We don't want that. So it could be messing with you. So go down and subscribe, hit that little notification bell. And like I said, if you don't mind, go by Amazon and check out the new book, the companion books that go with it, and the audio book is so fantastic. I can't even tell you how fantastic that is. It's just amazing. You can also go on the channel and you can listen to snippets from the audio book. And I know you'll really like it. I know you will. So please do that. And before I go, I want to thank you for being here. And yes, there will be 12 videos like this in this series, 12 simple ways that you can get more happiness in your life, okay? Just that simple, literally that simple. Each time I will come on in those 12 videos and I will give you some tips and some ways that you can find that happiness within you, because it's in there. Some people don't believe that, but it's in there. If it wasn't, you would be in such a deep state of depression you could never get out of. And what is depression? It's mostly sabotage. It's the pain is so deep and you can't express it, so you fall into it. But it doesn't have to be that way. So we won't go too deep into that because that's another whole set of videos, which we're probably not going to do. But I will say, I really appreciate the people who are sharing these videos. That's so cool. I really appreciate the people who are sending them through emails to their friends and family and that kind of thing. That's so cool. But I really do want to build this channel. And the YouTube rules say I can't really do a whole lot, and I'm not really going to get seen a lot unless I've got at least 1,000 subscribers. So it'd help me out if you do choose to subscribe. Just don't do it and then take it off. Subscribe only if you really want to be here. That'd be most helpful. So till next time, I'm going to go doop, doop. Here goes my magic trick. Here we go. I'm putting 2 videos here that will help you along your path, along your journey, and keep you moving forward. If you have any questions about them, leave questions in the comments on the video. And do go down into the description box. Look at the links there. I've got some great freebies for you that'll help you along, some guides and things like that. Great stuff. I've got a free sample chapter down there if you want that. My contact information is down there. My websites are down there. There's a fantastic blog site you might like. So go down there and check all of that stuff out. There's also some tips down there for things that I use that other business owners like me would probably be interested in. So, till next time, remember to check the videos. Travathan. Bye!